Okay, Zoe, we're gonna watch an overhead video of you driving on the skid pad. You're doing a great job of controlling the car. It's a function of putting the car in the right place now. And once we do that, you're gonna see the figure eight is gonna be quite easy to do. So this is from one of your better runs yesterday. And I'd like you to pay attention to the path the car is taking from the white cone up towards the next cone on the outside. You can see you're actually driving straight for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you get back into your drift again.
Yeah.
And to compare that,
I get really close there, don't I?
you do, which is okay.
But
Compare
not
that.
ideal.
Not ideal, correct. So this is my run right after your run.
Oh, shut
And
up.
you'll see going through the center of the two cones, so I get much wider,
Yeah.
and then I'm almost going straight this way through the
What?
two cones.
Yeah. that
Right,
looks
and same thing over
way
here. I'm going to
cooler.
end up further out here.
Yeah.
So it's a car placement thing right now. You're doing a great job of controlling the car. All we have to do is get the car placement correct. So we can actually draw a line from your car. So
That's
this is
both
you.
me.
This is and as you said, as you pointed out, you can see how close you are to that cone and where you end up. And to show you the other way, this is my line.
Yeah,
You
I
can see how
can
much
tell.
further I ended up, and we're actually kind of cutting through
Yeah.
straight this way instead of this way.
Yeah, you've
So-
got like, you know what I was thinking about when I was drifting off to sleep last night? I was thinking about drifting, which is kind of, it's awesome to fall asleep thinking about drifting. But what I was, and it might seem really obvious, so bear with me, but what I was thinking about was, in my head I was doing like this, you know, that's in my head what a figure eight is.
Correct.
But then when I was thinking about what you were doing, you know when you had me doing the like that,
Circles.
that I'm just doing two of those.
That's exactly what it is. They're
Seems so obvious.
two
but-
circles that make a big eight. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Instead
wasn't
of,
doing, this wasn't circles, this was me going, drive, drive.
Correct. Yeah. And that's exactly what we're going to try to do today. I've added some cones out here,
Oh, dear.
which I'm going to try to get you to get your back bumper close to.
Okay.
And that's going to force you to draw the two big circles that we'll put together.
Is it possible to, is it a thing, or does it seem like a worthwhile experiment to do, like you had me doing these, and then do big ones of those separate too, and then get the idea of,
We can absolutely give that a try. So
I just like drawing on this thing.
doing the circles is actually pretty easy.
Yeah, carry on, I'm listening, I promise.
It's doing the transition in the center that's going to be the hard part, but we can absolutely do that. So do two big circles, one here,
Going the way that I would, so that way,
on that one,
and then
that way on that one. Yeah.
and then maybe work on the connective,
Yeah, let's give
the
that a try.
connective tissue.
Good.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go give it a try.
Okay.
All right, it's the next morning. How do you feel? Are you sore?
I'm sore. I'm like shoulder tension. I feel like I've been bench pressing. Not that I've ever done that, so I don't know what it feels like, but that's what it feels like. And I have one sore butt cheek.
One sore butt cheek. Why one?
The throttle. It's like putting my foot flat to the floor like that. I think everything was going, the tension in my butt cheek. And I have multiple bruising on my knee from the brace.
It's much more physical than people think it is.
Yeah, I think the learning is
The
physical.
learning is
I
more-
watched Conrad doing it. I'm like, that dude could just about fall asleep doing this. I'm like, no! Everything's like tense and hard. But so hopefully if you get good at it, he's like this. He's like, look, I'm looking there. Now I'm looking there. I'm like, what the, you know.
Has he given you marching orders for the next step in your evolution?
Yeah, I just need to do it more like he did it.
Okay.
Which is like, and I get it. In my head, I was thinking of going, like driving this line and then sliding around this bit and then driving that line and sliding that bit. So it's like an X with two round bits instead of two full circles with a, you know, that's sort of.
With a direction shift in the middle.
Yeah, so I kind of want to think of it like two big donuts with like a line in the middle that I go, shook.
So there's sliding at either end that you're trying to bring closer to the middle, so
the
it's all
sliding should be-
sliding.
yeah.
I see.
Which is sort of when I was looking at the little videos that I had on my phone of me yesterday, and when I could see the big, wide, I know what that felt like on
Yeah,
the inside, and that's what felt like what it looked like. So
Right,
I just
right,
want to do
right.
that.
All right.
The whole time.
Let's do it.
Just gonna be sliding for like 20 minutes, like a pro.
Get in. Go for it.
Okay. try to...
Going way out here.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Wow, yeah. This is so red. Oh, your nose isn't even stuck on there. Your sliding's still facing that way. Oh, you can do that a couple more times. Holy shit, righto. This is amazing. This is nothing like what I was doing at all. I mean, so just like that then.
You know, it's relatively easy to drift a car, but it's hard to drift a car precisely where you want it to go. And that's what we're going to try to overcome right now, is don't let the car tell you where it's going. You tell it where you want it to go and force the car to go there.
Okay. Car, go that way. Right? Is that how that goes?
Deep breath. Sensory overload.
Yeah.
Got it on the throttle, full throttle. Hold the handbrake just a little bit longer.
Hold
You
it
got
longer.
full throttle, clutch, handbrake.
Too long.
Yep, a little bit. Deep breath, stay relaxed. You got this. Off, there you go, good. Full throttle, eyes over there. I like that. Just like that. Good luck, car.
I gotta do it! See, okay, so when I come around there, I don't know, oh shit. Okay.
Let's go, to the floor. Full throttle. Full throttle. Eyes up, eyes up.
Oh, fuck!
Eyes up, eyes up. Full throttle, full throttle, full throttle. Eyes up.
Oh, shit.
Don't. So you, hold on,
Sorry, what?
you got a cone underneath the car.
I ate a cone! Staying wide. That was a good flick, but not the rest of it. Keep it going, leg it out, leg it out. Wide, 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 wide. Wide, 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 wide. Flick.
Feels like you got it.
I think I'm definitely getting it.
How does it feel?
It feels like I know what I'm doing a little bit. Like I can control it, and when I'm not, like even when I start cutting it tight, I'm like, no, go wider, and I know how to get it to go wider.
Well, you just did three loops, or you did 2 full figure eights, and on one of your turns, I saw you misjudge it and then recover from the misjudging.
That's when you
awesome.
feel like you're getting it, is when I can kind of correct.
Dude, I think you've got a figure eight.
I think I got it.
I think it's time to graduate, and like, you know, put on a fancy race suit.
Can I put on a
and
fancy
do it
race suit?
once as a graduation.
I'm gonna put on the fancy suit. Fuck yeah.
Wow, Zoe, great job. I mean, I am really impressed. You made it really far in a very short period of time. What was the big change? Like, what was the thing that that kind of changed how you were driving? What made the most sense?
I feel like taking a little bit of a break away after yesterday, like having a lot go in and then having a minute to let it sit. But I also really appreciated when I was back today, when I was sort of getting back on the track again, and I was getting a bit frustrated. I'd come over and you'd just give me a little bit of a reminder about going back to my old ways, that I then knew what that meant. I could feel getting wide and keeping the slide going around. I felt like that was starting to make sense to me, where I could, I'm sure there's loads of footage of me talking to myself in there, but I was like wide, and I could feel, but then also what was different was being able to correct myself. I could hear, I was like, what would Conrad say? What would Conrad say? And so I could, when I was coming in close to the cone, I would get out wider, and I could feel myself wanting to keep the drift going into the middle of the 8.
Yep, and trying to stop it from doing that. Or
Yeah.
you got to keep doing that. So.
And feeling that peace way more often, and feeling how much smaller all my movements were and how much less jerky and like panicked, and
Everything slows down a little bit, doesn't it?
yeah,
Good.
not always, but there were definitely moments of that.
Good.
Thank you very
cool.
much. That
Thanks,
was really
Zoe.
fun and exciting.
Appreciate it. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
So I did some figure eights. I was drifting in the shape of an 8. And I did it enough times that I feel like I can say, I can do that. I wouldn't say I can drift, but I can do a bit of drifting. And I love that when I talk, I do this like drifters do now. That feels awesome. And now the other part of the task is to teach someone else. I'm actually really excited to see what comes out of, selfishly, I'm excited to see what comes out of taking what I know now and applying it to someone else, and watching her figure it out and seeing what I learn from that, and feeling like maybe I'm a good conduit for being someone who's just been through what she's about to go through. Maybe there's a relatability there that makes that a little bit of a softer learning curve. But we'll see, because maybe I'm a terrible teacher. I think I'll be all right. Tell me about yourself.
I am a middle school science teacher.
And tell me, I know you have some history in vehicles that I'm
I
fascinated
do.
by.
Well, my dad wanted a boy and he got me instead, so what can you do? No, yeah, I got into quarter mile drag racing when I was younger. You go straight and you are consistent, and turning was a no-no.
Yeah.
So this is new territory for me.
I feel like I can teach you what the parts that made sense for me and helped me in that beginning part of the process, and
Okay.
see if sometimes that's the easiest part, you know, because it's like a child talking to a child is a
Right.
little bit more relatable than an adult talking to a child. So I
Okay.
can be your child prodigy.
Good, because I'm used to talking to children. It's what I do.
This is
Adults,
perfect.
not
This is
so
a
much.
match made in heaven.
Of course, of course.
Even if you get it right the first couple of times, I think
Right.
it's a matter of doing it enough where you also get it wrong enough times that you
Okay.
start learning from that.
Okay.
And then I'll keep giving you tips that feel like they're making sense to you. Like you trust the car and trust you.
Okay.
And at the beginning, trust me.
Got it. Yes. Eventually, I will be one with the car.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly.
That sounds amazing.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
I've had a blast.
I love that.
All right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're okay. We'll just start by just cruising around. Can we just start playing now? So what we're gonna do, just go a little bit faster, maintaining. A little bit faster. That's it. See how you can just maintain that?
Yeah.
You just hold it. So what we're gonna start to do is at some point, we're gonna, like, whenever you feel comfortable, you're just gonna floor the throttle,
Okay.
and you'll feel the back of it drift out. So maybe when we come around again, go around, and next time you see that mountain, just put your foot
I
down.
see which mountain.
Over here.
That one. Got it.
Yeah.
So
and
now.
put your foot down. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Feel that?
Got it.
Okay. So what we'll do on this one, let's just do the figure eight to undizzy ourselves a little bit.
Okay.
Go around that way. I'm feeling a bit ill. So what you'll start to feel when you do that again is we'll start it where you go round and then floor your foot when you see that, and let's just see if we can get a spin out, just to feel
Just
that.
to get a spin out.
Yeah.
Got it.
So find that circle again.
So spot the mountain and just floor it.
Yep.
Spot the mountain.
Go floor. Yeah. Right.
Got it.
Okay. So we're going into it a little faster. That's it. And floor it. Yes. Now counter steer. Nice. Do you feel it when the R started to hang out? So we'll do the same thing again. Let's go figure eight. And we'll try it with your hands really loose on the wheel. This
Okay.
was the thing that really helped me. And keep your hands nice and light and floor it. And then that's it. And let it go. See, can you feel it start to pull in your hand?
Yeah.
So when it starts to pull in your hand, see what happens if you just sort of let it slide through your hands. We're not trying to get it going at the moment. The end result of what we're trying to do is get you driving around like that. Your ass will slide out. So if this is the front of your car, you're driving around like this. When you hit the brake, when you hit the gas, your ass starts to slide, and then you want it so that you're going around, sort of nose into the cone, and your ass will just keep going.
Okay.
So you get the counter
That's
steer.
when I start to steer.
Yeah, and you'll feel it when your ass starts to slide out. If you just let the wheel go, it'll go to where it wants to.
Okay.
So let's just try that same thing again. Yep, put full all the way. All the way. Let go. Let it go. Yeah. Do you feel?
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
And brake. And we'll do it again.
Got it.
Floor it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yes. Do you see how you started to be able to see the cone in the middle?
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. Yay!
Holy shit. Okay.
And floor it. Release, 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 release. See? Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's good. It's good, it's good, it's good. So what happens if you hold on a little long because you're holding too tight is the ass gets out so far that the counter steer doesn't help.
Doesn't happen.
Floor it. Now let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. That's it. See,
Got it.
nice. Let it go. Foot down, foot down, foot down.
Oh.
A couple of things that are happening. One is you've got the circle when you're holding it really good.
Okay.
And then I think what was happening, at least for me, and I can see it happening to you a little bit, which is interesting seeing it from the side,
Right.
is when you go to floor it, you think you want to start this, you do that so as to
Right.
start the slide out. It doesn't need
You
it.
don't have to.
because the turn is already there. Once you floor the gas, that instigates it.
Got it.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right?
Okay.
I feel like the ass, it's like you let it counter before the ass is coming around.
Okay.
So you know, like if you hold it too long, we just ended
Right.
sliding out completely. It feels like now you're almost letting, just as you feel the ass going, you let it go rather than letting the steer wheel
Got it.
tug it. I think, I may be wrong.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I'm talking about. Right!
I just can't look at you. That's what it is. I can't look at you at all.
Don't look at me.
Let's
And
see
that's
if I
the
can
now.
do that
Now
again.
just fight to hold that as long as you can. That feeling that you're getting, and you're starting to correct it. It's great. Extend that. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Around the wrong cone, but who cares? Let it hang out. Let it hang out. Let it hang out. That's it. That's it. Now we creep. Whoop, 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 whoop.
That took a long time to figure out.
You feel it, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean, what, the last 2 days
Yeah,
of amazing?
yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
You went all the way from not knowing anything about drifting to being able to drift a figure eight. You
Drift an eight.
You drifted an eight, and then you were able to pass on the rudiments of this knowledge to another person. What was that like? How did that feel being in the car with Courtney?
It was really fun, first of all. It's
Yeah.
always fun to be with someone as they're sort of picking something up. I think I was way more excited about the progression she was making than she was. Every time something happened, I was like, oh, yeah, we did it. I mean, you did it. Whatever, you know. But it was really fascinating for me to watch her go through the places that I had so recently been through.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to find out that there was things that I actually did know that I didn't realize I knew. I don't exactly have super articulate ways of explaining those to her yet.
Yeah.
But I was definitely, I could feel that I was like, oh, now that needs to happen. I don't know how to explain that to her that quickly, but I could, you know, there was stuff that I knew that I didn't realize I knew. And I was able to break it down in a way that now I want to get back in the car and try again.
Yeah, right.
You
So,
know?
I mean, this is the whole impetus came from our conversation about this is how medical school works.
Yeah.
You see one, you do one, and then you teach one,
Yeah.
and that's part of how you learn.
Yeah.
Do you want to drift again?
Now. Now. I'm
Okay.
keeping the suit.
Okay.
I'm getting back in the car right now. Yeah.
That was so awesome, and it was so much fun to watch you go through that. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. So awesome.
More next time.
Most definitely.